Thank you, sir. Now I call upon our principal, sir, Dr. Selvakumar, sir, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you for AAC. Very good morning to you all. Beloved Mr. Ebin, Startup Ecosystem Enabler of BITS Pilani Goa Campus. Beloved Dr. Adil, CEO of Ganeshan Incubation and Entrepreneurship Center. President of MHRD Cell of AVIT, Mr. Praveen. Other members of faculty and dear students. Once again, a warm morning wishes to you all. It is really a wonderful program. Some audience may really think that no way, there are only 38 participants. Normally, when you conduct programs for entrepreneurs and budding entrepreneurs, there will be only limited strength. So even if 5 to 10 students become real entrepreneurs and they get information what they needed, that's the success of such programs. So we cannot expect more audience for such programs. And the success is that when this number increases, then I can feel that the entire ecosystem in the college improves. Currently, the focus is towards going for placements, going for higher studies, and soon the focus should be shifted towards entrepreneurship. As rightly pointed out by Dr. Adil, that there are many schemes from Government of India, Government of Tamil Nadu, and other state governments. There is schemes with the District Industry Center also. So money is not a constraint. Finance is not a constraint for starting your own enterprise. One of the things is, as I mentioned in many meetings, that the idea, marketable idea, is the only thing which is lacking from the students. So if you have that particular thing, then other resources are very much available for you to venture into the entrepreneurship. So all the best to you. And we have a right person to talk about the financial assistance for MSMEs. We have Mr. Ebin here. I welcome you, sir, personally on behalf of AVIT and my own personal behalf. I welcome to this program. And I hope this session will give more insights and more information regarding the financial assistance to start your own enterprise. So I want more students to become job providers in the days to come. With this note, once again, I thank the organizers for giving the opportunity and all the best for the successful completion of this program. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for your motivational speech. Now I request our today's chief guest.
You are on mute again, Praveen. You are on mute.
Sir, is it audible, sir?
Yeah, now it's okay.
Yeah. Now I request our today's chief guest, Mr. Epin Abraham Elavandal, Startup Ecosystem Enabler, Birla Institute of Technology and Sciences, to take up the session. Welcome you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Principal Sir, for welcoming and giving an opportunity to speak here. I appreciate the effort of Adil, who invited me to deliver a session with AVIT. So I would like to check the audience. I have two presentations with me. So one is on the where you can get grant, like what are the schemes available, what are the possible government, central or state government schemes are available and all. Another one is how to get that grant for you, like maybe like how you can create the budget or milestones for achieving that grant. So like mostly when we do proposals, that is the biggest challenge, like putting up a budget in place or milestones in place. So which you would like to listen first? What are the schemes available, or on the other side, the budget part of, like, how the budgeting part of it? Maybe like if the audience can give a quick heads up.
Sir, budget, sir.
The budget first we can choose.
Okay.
Sir, in my opinion, budget along with the government schemes
Okay.
Probably end of the session, you can concentrate on the various government schemes if you have the data.
Yeah. So I'll start with the budget, like how you can do a budget for your like startup, or maybe when you're applying for a scheme. I'm just trying to share my screen. Hope it is visible. Screen is visible. Adil, my screen is visible.
Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay. So what I'll do, I'll start with the budgeting part of it. So basically, every scheme, they will have a clear budget breakup. Like they will be asking for budget breakup. So mostly like this, I took from the TANSEED one. So, not the TANSEED, like the IVP one. So every budget that they will be asking for what is the recurring budget, or there any kind of company's contribution that you have to create. So in IV, for the 10 lakh grant, they will give you 5 lakhs as a grant. At the same time, you need to have 5 lakhs from your end, and that's how it turns up to 10 lakhs of grant. So you need to tell them like what is the breakup, or how the installments has to be given to you. So you can make it as like percentage. So here what I did, like I divided into 2 lakh, 2 lakh 50,000, 2 lakh 50,000, 2 lakh and 50,000. So once they finalize or finishes each installment, only they will give the next tranche of it. So every scheme will have this option where you need to show a milestone against a installment or against a tranche. So how you can arrive into these numbers? So I just wanted to tell you, like this is some financial projection. So any pitch deck or any government schemes, you need to do a projection. So how much like financial projection, this I got took from a pitch deck of a startup who is doing a manufacturing. So they told like each year how much devices they're gonna manufacture, and any accessories they are creating, that numbers like each year it will be different, right? Like first year it is like very smaller numbers they can produce, but within 3 years they will be like able to make a bigger number. And upon that manufacturing the product, the revenue also has to be increased. So if you are selling it something for 100 rupees, and for 175 in the first year you will be making 17 lakh 15,000 50,000. But in a longer run, like in the end of fourth year, you will be creating 1,000 units, where it will be like 10 lakh, like around 1 crore, right? So that's how you have to do it. And you can show that like how each year you can do the this one also, like the growth also. And next thing, I would like to show another. So if any proposals is asking for a detailed budget, so this is a food production company's budget, which we submitted for a government application, and they also got the 39 lakhs from government. So how, like you need to divide the cost of project into how much you're gonna spent on the plant and machinery, how much it is for the digital expenses, do you have any working capitals like any manpower costs, do you have any rent deposit rent, like all this you need to like if you are running it in an institution, you might have an incubator, so you need to have include the incubation fees also into the cost, incubation fees, incubation rent. So that's how you can do that. So, and how many like apart from the government grants, whether you have any other way of raising money. So it might be like from the promoter's contribution, like if you are running a business, you can contribute to that business, and that also has to be considered. Another one is like angel investment, like any of the angel investors money is coming in, or anything. So give the breakups completely like this. And travel is one bigger like thing which you need to consider, like when you do any grant. So travel, you can spend up to 10% for most of the places, like most of the grants. So you can consider transportation charges or travel in that place. You have to get like professional consultancy for your projects, that also you can add. So this is how a detailed breakup of the budget will be. And maybe like you can showcase in a way like in a pie diagram, maybe like if you don't want to disclose the entire thing, you can keep it like this also. Human approval, like this is for a medical device. So I believe like as mostly startups here working in the medical field, this might be a good way. And how much money you are trying to get it, like if it IVP it is 10 lakhs or 5 lakhs, and like how much it goes to each of the budget heads. So these are the main budget heads. Like one will be your devices, manufacturing of your devices, or your services, whatever. Second will be like regulatory approvals and all. Third will be your marketing. Fourth will be working capital in terms of salaries and all. And like this is another easy way of doing it, like mentioning it in percentage. So you asking for a big number like 25 lakhs, and are you ready to give some share or equity? Like if you're asking for a private bank, like private angel investor or a VC, then you can keep it like, okay, what you are going to give in return of it. And utilization, you can easily mention it in a way like 50% for the production inventory, as I told earlier. So you can have that production inventory, and like marketing will be one budget head always you have. Another thing will be the product development side of it. I think like
Yes, Epin.
hope it is getting right. Like
Yeah. It was fine.
okay, so if you have any questions, please let me know. Till now, much happier to answer. Then we can continue. Rather like taking questions in. I believe like that makes more interactive this session.
Could you please message any kind of in this chat box? If you have any doubts, please message in chat box.
The chat box, please.
Please message in chat box. Thank you.
And always when you ask for funds or when you create a budget, make sure that like how much time you will have a runway, or like how much time this funds will help you to run the company. So here it's 6 months he put. So this is also for a manufacturing kind of a company, like how they are working on. So another one I would like to show you, so like how you differentiate, like how you set up your milestones for in each of the cases. So the first milestone here for a company who is like running a thrift store, a SaaS platform for a thrift store. they divided 2 lakh is the milestone, and office workspace creation is the first thing. So here in your case, like you can ask for incubation as your one of your cost. Tools and technology, like if you're buying any tools and technology or software, or if you're getting any licenses and all, you can put that also as a milestone. Any marketing cost in terms of like videographer, photographer, that they put it as a fee. And like hiring employees, like manpower cost, who are like here he's hiring a social media manager and a website manager, and for that also he need like that, he is spending this 2 lakh rupees. Material supplier, for that also some money is going on. So that's how a one milestone, the first milestone he did. Second milestone, like developing of an app, or like launching the warehouses, marketing ads. So whatever he did in the first, he is connecting that to the second milestone, and which gonna uh, like help him to grow the business, and he is asking for another 1.5 lakhs. So this grant was total of 5 lakhs, and he got the grant, and that this is how he created the milestones. And next one is like third milestones. So he wanted to do the bigger marketing, so he would put it as like collaborating with the influencers, and like he wanted to add a customer care session to the business, so that comes in third milestones. And start selling to the featured customers. So there is a team, like here he put more on marketing, and in the third milestone he divided it only on the manpower cost and the marketing cost. So you can see the difference. Like the first thing he created, the milestones is basically on the steps of doing your business. So you can consider this in when you create milestones for your business also. And how you can create a financial model, a bigger financial model in a longer run. So these are the few basic steps. So in an income statement of your financial model, also financial model is a model or a Excel sheet or a table which shows like how you're gonna make money for in a longer run, maybe like 5 months, maybe a 5 years, up to 5 years, how you gonna make money. So you can list down all your revenue streams, like what is your revenue streams, first revenue stream. So if you're running a business, like you will be medical business, like you might be selling the data, that might be the first revenue source. Second, you might be running a affiliate or commission based business, like a revenue source, so that also you can put. Third is like how you gonna get by selling your equipments or services, you will have another revenue source. So list down all the revenue sources in the first line. Second, where you are spending, what are the costs that you have, so that all you can put it. And thirdly, what will be the profit that you are getting generating through the like what exactly the profit that you are generating. So profit will be revenue minus this expenses. So that is your EBITDA with margin. And and after like taking out all this out, you will get a net income, and that will be your revenue per customer. So if you can detailedly do it like this, then everyone will be get convinced on your proposal, because you know exactly how your business gonna work, or how your invention gonna create a commercial viability in a longer run. So it is always good to create a financial model for your any of your applications. And then this is another way of doing it. So here this company was asking for 1 CR for 10% stake, and they raised 1.8 for the same 12% stake actually. So this usually people do it for investor asking. So it is clear, like with only one slide, that everyone can understand their major budget is going to the marketing side, whether it's talent acquisition or market acquisition, business development. all this 50% goes to the marketing side. 30% goes to the like tech development, technology, app development, and all. 20% for partnership. So you can show like this also in a bigger level where you can put your ask or like your fund requirement in a or financials in a single slide with easy visible way. Another way of doing it, so every application will have a roadmap. They will be asking for a roadmap. So how you can showcase the roadmaps in like goal 1, goal 2, goal 3, goal 4, and like each goal, each milestone, what are you gonna do? That you can say that like what are the major steps that you're going to do? Like maybe like market research or prototype, professional patent file. These are the few milestones these boys did, and they also got funded around 1.8 crore. So you can like these are the how actually you can create a presentation or an application when you are sending to a government or a private agency. And this is another way of doing it. So as I told, like it have the both the parts. So it is having a ask part of it where it detailedly asking about the funds, like what is their like division of funds, like how much fund they need for each segment, like team building 8 lakhs, all these things, right? And on the other side, they added like what exactly they are going to do in that with that funds. So this is for a kombucha brand, like and they also got this 40 lakhs with this presentation actually. So these are some best practices of doing it. And always you need to create a projection of like at least 3 years when you do a presentation. So how you gonna do it? Like how you gonna show your growth in a longer run? So it can be the number of cities, number of products, or number of people, operating expenses. All this can be a part of your proposal actually. So here they just created a table showcasing how much it gonna spend on the product development, operation, growth capital, like a clinical study. Is there any regulatory approvals comes in, that also you need to put in, like if it's whether it's an ISO or whether it's a registration of company, all that you can have to put in. And like milestones, you can say that like this you have to do it, and something like good to have like compliances. Even if you do it in a later stage also it works, but some things you need to immediately do and like make sure that you are compliant on it, right? So that you have to put it. So this is like for a clinical company, so they did it in a like way where they are asking like what exactly they are looking for a long run. Any question?
சோம்னா கால் பண்ணிஸ் சார் உங்களுக்கு காஃபி வரும்.
ஆமா நீங்க காஃபி எல்லாம் வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க.
நாங்க போறோம்.
Ma'am, please mute yourself, ma'am.
Hope it's going good. So any questions till about budgeting? So I would like to take any of your proposals and like we can do a like quick exercise on doing budget for any of your proposal. If any one of you are preparing a proposal right now.
Epin sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
Like, during this license or some other process, during government approval, if we need to give something in backdoor or something like that, how can we add it in the proposal, or should we add, or how should we project it?
I didn't get your question. Can you come again?
Okay, if we are approaching for some licenses or some government approvals or some other process, and if they are demanding for some backdoor finance or some money, so how can we put it in the proposal, or should we put it? presented.
I didn't get you. Like backdoor money. I'm not sure. Like, can you clarify in a better way?
Like
Jerushan sir, please.
one second.
So you're asking like if you're putting a proposal, if somebody is asking for a bribe or something like that? No.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. So if like in cumulatively, I was able to raise around 200 crore till in my last 7 years of my experience in the government or in the incubator space. We haven't given 1 paisa as bribe till now. If you have a strong proposal, you will get it.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
So like when you don't have a strong proposal, then you need to think about the other ways of getting it. But like if you can able to create a strong proposal, you don't need to bother about anything, because like that proposal will get you money. So even when I wrote a proposal for AIC, Atal Incubation Center, we were competing with IITs and IIMs at that point of time. We were the only tier 3 institution which we got like funds because of the proposal.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Got it.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Hello.
Please.
Sir, what do you mean by strong proposal, sir? How it must be made?
Okay, strong proposal in terms of like whether you are know the project from end to end. That is one thing which they look into. Whether the PI or whether the investigator or whether the innovator know about complete in that segment, like end to end of that segment. That is first thing they will be looking into. Second thing, whether this project is commercially viable. So after the funding, how it gonna sustainable after that, like how it gonna be working in a longer way. So that will be the second thing which people will be looking into when you ask for a proposal. How much social impact this proposal will create, whether it creates more jobs, whether it create solve a problem in the society. All this will be looking in when you do a proposal, actually, like when they are selecting a proposal. Okay.
Thank you. Sir.
So basically, strong proposals will always have a strong financials also, like breakup, even the cost breakup from, like if you are buying a small pin or like even smaller equipments, that if you can put that in the proposal, then that will be the best part of it. So then that people will believe that you know it, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So what and all it's needed to prepare that one, sir, that proposal? What and all we must be aware of, or how to do that, whether we can itself do it, or we must approach and professional to do that, or something like.
It is always to build that skill to develop a proposal or write a proposal. So maybe I can connect with someone who can guide you to how to write a proposal. It's always good to have create a skill to write a proposal, because like you can approach for a professional to write a proposal. He might be charging 50,000 to 2% of the fund. Yes. But how many times you will do it? So I would suggest it is always good practices building that skill of writing proposal. Because once you have a good proposal, then you can create more good proposals actually.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Can we move to the next session, like next part of the presentation?
Yes, Epin, please.
So here I would like to say about like how what are the major avenues which government is providing for raising funds. Visible, right? Yes. You can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
So basically a few good things like happen in last 5-6 years is like if you have a startup, like a startup registered, recognized as a startup, then a government is providing a lot of funds. So how you are becoming a startup, like what is the definition for a startup? So in India, any company less than 10 years is a startup. You need to have a private limited or a LLP as have to be a startup. 100 crore turnover, it has to be an original entity. It doesn't like if you're splitting up one company to another, it not considered as startup. It has to be scalable and innovative. So there is a recognition procedure. Like if you go to Startup India website, you will get online application form where you need to fill it in 20 minutes and like 15-20 minutes, and on the other side you will be evaluating and getting the results in around 48 hours. Within 2 days you will get the recognition. Any of the government schemes right now, you need to get this recognition done. Then only you can apply for the startup startup funds available. And because of this, like there is a lot of good schemes, good like relaxations in terms of patent. Like if you are a registered recognized startup under Startup India, you will get like 80% of patent filing fee. And like even there are reimbursement where you will get it from the facilitation from the Startup India. And like you are getting like if it's DPIP recognized, you will get a huge lot of funds available actually. So DIPP startups is having cumulatively 2,200 crores available for giving to the startups actually. And it is already available around 7,000 crore through different schemes. So you can and in the next few years this 13,000 crore will be also available, so you can look into it. So one scheme is like Utter Tinkering Labs, where they're spending 488 crore, where if you can find a nearby school who is doing it, like if it's a smaller thing, they will be able to fund you. Second thing is Manag. Manag is a scheme under HRD, where every student can get around 10,000 each. There is another called Uchar Avishar Yojana. Again, this is a research projects for various IITs and like institutions, educational institutions, and that is also a good scheme where you can get good money. There are incubation centers across India where you can get a seed fund. So you can find a Nidhi Aayog Incubation Center, Department of Science and Technology, DSTs, TBIs, or Department of Biotechnology, BIONS, where you can find funding schemes actually. There are established like 7 in research parks across India. You can apply for joint research with them, which is almost like a good number. Like they are ready to give up to 50 crore as research grants actually. So if you can approach with them with the proposal, it will get to you. And like as you know, like there is something called Startup India online hub, startupindia.org, government.in. So if you go to this website, you will get almost all the schemes available, all the funds programs available for startups, and you can get the mentors also. There is another scheme called Nidhi Prayas, which is up to 10 lakhs for selected applicant. So if each applicant will get up to 10 lakhs, so if you can create a way to get it, then it will be great. So another thing is like 30,000 per month. It's an EIR fellowship kind of thing. So you can apply for EIR in your nearby institutions or through your incubator. If you have an incubator inside your campus, you can apply for this scheme. And there is an institution called Entrepreneurship Promotion Institution, EDIA, where they have huge trainings, technology transfer services available, which you can also available through your incubator. And there is another scheme is for Technopreneur program, which you can get the, like if you're building something on the technology, they will be giving you schemes, funds, all for Technopreneur, like to become a Technopreneur. Department of Biotechnology already sanctioned around 5,000 projects. So you can, like every 6 months, they will be coming with a fund called Big Grant. So you can apply for Big Grant, which is up to 50 lakhs. And you can apply any time at Birag. And this is a bigger screenshot of Birag's funds. So you have like a 50 plus bio incubator. Now it is almost 70 plus incubators across India who can support you if you're working on biotechnology and healthcare. And you can see like if you go to the Binance website, you can find all the Binance across India. You can go to this incubators through co-incubation at your incubator, which you will get an application. Because like when you look for fundings in the startups or entrepreneurship space, it is always mandatory to have a incubator supporting you, that validate your idea. So make sure that you have that. And there is another one called National Bio Entrepreneurship Competition, which you get up to 10 lakhs for each. Bigger it already. So there is another scheme called Sitare, which is for research explorations for students, and it is also a good number of money, around 15 lakhs coming to startups. And seed fund scheme up to 30 lakhs, 1 crore of LEAP fund. So there are hundreds of funding schemes under Birag which you can apply. AIM, as you know, like there is almost 67 incubators across India, and all these incubators have a corpus of around 2 crore to 4 crore seed money. You can approach them and to get seed funding. EDITN, these are the few schemes available. IVP of 5 lakhs for POC and 10 lakhs for like TNSI is another thing where you will get like 1 lakh of your thing. And a lot of workshop training programs are also available if you want to get it. So any questions?
सर्विस लागल सरकारी
घर का बड़ी मुस्लिम
Hello.
yes, Ebin. Yes, Ebin.
So any questions or much happier?
Hi, sir. Hi, sir. Sir, you have shown so many funding related things to us, but how to determine which one to apply?
So depending on your sector that you're working, depending on your fund size that you're looking, depending on your stage of your idea, like whether you are in ideation phase or whether you have a POC, whether you have an MVP, all this differentiate. And it's always good to apply for all the schemes available.
How much time it will take for from the applying date to the sanction?
Tamil
date?
Nadu
How much?
government gave me funds in within 48 hours. Even Birak had like time till like around 6 months to 1 year to receive the funds. So it depends on the time.
Yes.
Also, like they will call you for presentations, and within the date of presentation to the fund release, it will be less than 2 months.
Sir, how to survive within this months?
That's where you have an incubator where you can approach to an incubator, seek for some seed grants or some grant from your institution or friends and families, all these. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thanks, sir.
Any more questions? So CSR is another way of generating, like making, getting grants. So from last year, everyone is like can get grants. Like if you're an innovator, you can get grants through CSR. Adil, if you don't have any more questions, we can wrap up. Like everyone can reach out to me anytime. I'm sharing my LinkedIn and my email ID.
Sir,
Yes,
I have one question. So,
Yeah. So,
sir, if I start a company in medical field, like servicing the equipment in hospitals, can I when which the scheme applying for my fund?
okay. So one thing you can do is like if you're working on medical, then always it goes to Department of Biotechnology and BIRAC will be the right way.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Then I have another call to join. Adil, can I drop?
Yes, Evan. Thank you for the session, Evan.
Okay, thank you.
So please, if you have any other doubt, you can reach out to us at GIEC. So we will connect you with Evan. So whatever it is, and for grant writing, we can support you. So if we can help you with the basics of how to write the grants and financials for you. And if you have any doubts, please approach us. Thank you for the session. Take care. So Praveen sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We can conclude this session.
Yeah. So I thank today's guest speaker, Mr. Epin, for giving a very good. I mean, what are the things for the financial supports? How the government is supporting and what everything has clearly explained. So whatever I think even we can have a offline session at our institution once everything is set right. It's our invite. Please consider this as an invite, and Mr. Epin sir, you can visit our campus and we can have an offline session, sir. So now I'd like to thank our management for supporting us in conducting these types of events. I'd also thank our CEO, Dr. Adil sir, who was continuously supporting and very much encouraging in conducting these types of events. Thank you, Adil sir, for this wonderful event. I wish all the participants a grand success. So this should not stop with this event, and we have to work on how this event has to progress to the next steps of seed fundings, and the products has to be commercialized. So this is how we can show our progress. So I request all the participants to be very interactive in the future, and GIC will be supporting in all the activities. Thank you very much. I wish all the the feedback form which has been shared in the feedback form. Thank you very much for all the participants who have joined this session. Thank you very much.